From the assassination bid at Donald Trump in Pennsylvania to the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, it has been an eventful week for the United States of America. While the political heat around the presidential election is picking up, we will try to explain what the attack on Trump and the developments at the Republican Convention mean for the race to the top post. My name is Shuja, and later on in this conversation, I'll be joined by my colleague Lalit Jha from United States. The assassination bid at Donald Trump in a campaign rally in Pennsylvania is expected to impact the race for the White House. While the real motive behind this attack is still unknown, experts believe that this will have an impact on the campaigning, political discourse, and the voter behavior ahead of the elections. Few things are already clear. There is an uptick in the sympathy factor for Donald Trump. It will also potentially ensure that more Trump supporters will be attracted towards the polling, while that may not be certain for President Biden. And all of this has been clear, and there are several indicators for the support at Republican National Convention. At this point in time, I will bring in Lalit Jha, my colleague who has been reporting from Wisconsin and has been giving us updates from the Republican Convention. So Lalit, what are you picking up from the ground? Has there been a visible increase in the support for Trump, particularly after this attack?
Obviously, after the failed assassination attempt on President Trump, there has been groundswell of support in favor of him. The entire Republican Party and his base is united now, which was not the case earlier. There was MAGA group and non-MAGA group within the Republican Party. But now after this attack, the entire party is united, energized and ready to go.
Has this, in a sense, made the road even longer for President Biden, Lalit?
Yes, definitely it has made his road longer. It's made more tough because there's more support in favor of President Trump. The independents, not only the entire party is united in his favor, but the independents who play an important role in these elections, a large chunk of them have moved towards, looks like they have moved towards the Republican Party. One other development that has happened, that after the debate, there was a dissent within the Democratic Party there was a move within the Democratic Party to replace President Biden. That has subsided down. There is no such move right now. So it looks like it will be President Biden running against Trump.
So Trump has announced the name of his running mate. What do you think the selection of J.D. Vance will mean for the campaign?
It will add more votes to him. He is just 39 years old. The youth, the young population would move towards him. Secondly, he is more loyal. He adheres to the ideology and programs and projects being projected by Donald Trump. So there's all-round support for him. And also he has an Indian connection. His wife is an Indian American.
Yeah, so explain to us that Indian connection a little bit more.
He and his wife Usha were both in the Yale College where they graduated from there. They got became friendship over there. And a year after the graduation, they married together. They have 3 kids.
Okay, after this Republican convention, there will be a Democratic convention. What do you think will the political discourse look like in the next few weeks? Explain to our viewers what happens at the Democratic convention.
At the Democratic convention, just like the Republican convention, the delegates of the Democratic parties from all the 50 states would be clubbing together in Chicago, which is around 100 plus miles south of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we are having the Republican convention right now. At that convention, late August, all the delegates will be formally nominating President Joe Biden as their presidential candidate in the November elections.
All right. Thank you so much, Lalit, for all that insight that you've given us from the ground. Thanks a lot. Donald Trump became the 13th US president or the presidential candidate who has faced an assassination attempt, and 8th to survive it. It will be interesting to see to what extent this incident helps him in this context. The other interesting aspect is J.D. Vance's selection that brings in a younger perspective to this race that so far has featured a 78-year-old Donald Trump against an 81-year-old Biden.